What is up, guys? My name is Andrew, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Now, you probably hear that sound. That is the sound of our nanite thing actually working. Now, I heeded some of your advice. Oops, don't want to die there. Almost fell off, or almost crashed into the ground. I heeded some of your advice in the comments. Some of you were telling me that the nanite control factory that we were using actually causes a lot of lag, which might be some of the lag that we're seeing in our day-to-day operations as we're walking around, and the game stutters and stuff. So I swapped that out for I guess the more recently updated build and repair system, which I'll show you once I get back up here. It's right over here in the same location. I just ground down the other one and removed that mod from our lineup, and I added the build and repair system. Now it's very loud, so I probably had to lower the sound in editing or something, but yeah, it's actually working, which is really nice. It seems like it's doing the closer blocks first before it starts on the farther ones, like the nanite system was doing. Okay, so before we do anything, I'd like to wish you guys a very happy holiday. At this point, the holiday is over. We're in 2020, so I hope you guys had a good Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, etc., etc. All the things that happen at the end of the year. I hope you guys had a good one. I got to visit my family. It was pretty awesome. That's probably why you may have noticed the lack of uploads, because as hard as I try to pre-upload some things, it sometimes takes some time to make all those videos. But we're back, and we're back with episode 25 of Space Engineers. So I want to check on the setting of these. I've grouped them all up to BoBs. I have 6 of them. I don't know how many you need. I just built like as many as filled the nanite space. So let's check out their settings real quick, because they have a lot of them. So I don't know what walk mode and fly mode are. Oh. Okay. So fly mode, I guess, was how the nanites were working, and walk mode means they have to go from block to block, I guess. Well, we'll go in walk mode. That seems like the normal one. Weld before grind? Yes, please. Well, I'll set it to welding only. I don't really want it to grind down anything. Maybe we'll use that eventually, but for now I don't really want to. We have, I think, ignore color, which I'm not going to worry about right now. Settings for grinding. I've turned off all the grinding here. I can show the area, but I don't really need to. And that it's not controlled by a script. Okay, that sounds pretty straightforward. I wish I could lower their volume, though, because it's really loud. You know what? I guess we'll just go over here, and it'll be fine. It's actually cool that it shows it welding. The other nanite thing, I think, would have just built them without showing any welding. It just would have been like a flying thing. It would have touched it, and bloop, it would have been built just like that. So this is pretty nice. I like it. And we're going to let it weld this entire thing. So it's not using free materials as well. It's actually using the materials that we already have inside here. And I should actually really check to see how we're doing. So we still have 19K, which is actually a lot. Dang, it's actually welding really fast. This should be done real soon. And then we can paint it and build that stuff up. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. Okay, so today one of the things I want to do is I want to try and build our roof. So that's one of the things I said we were going to try and do, is put a roof in here. And in fact, I don't know if the roof is going to work. How do we want to do this? Well, we could make the roof a separate grid. That's an option. Because see how the blocks go this way, and then this goes that way. So it's not perfectly straight. So if we did a 90 degree, it would be facing that way. So we couldn't do, like, if we were trying to do the hood that we want, which is basically just like a hood like this around the entrance, it would either have to be that way or that way. It can't be in the middle unless we use like a rotor to turn it on the same grid. So I'm thinking what we might do is we might just make that on a separate grid and have it go that way, basically, the way it's going. So basically the hangar's not just going to look like a big block. It's going to look like, well, an actual hangar, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen like a real life hangar built into the side of a cliff before, so don't really know what I'm going with. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a bunch of steel plates, and we're going to start on our hangar. So we're going to need a bunch. That'll probably be fine, actually. And I'm going to bring this closer as well, since it is our supply for hydrogen at the moment. So let's go ahead and unlock that, and we should be good to fly. Oh, actually, we're still missing... You know what? Let's fix that before we do anything, because that's going to cause us some issues. So we still have a broken piece on board, and I want to fix that before we go. Dang it, I'm going to put some of these back. You're fine. One of you is broken. No, okay, you're broken. So we need some power cells, which we have right here. Awesome. And then we need some... I thought there was another one of these broken or something. I could have sworn. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything is working. Yeah. Alright, I think everything's working now. Okay, so let's hop in here and we will go and start the hangar. Or start the entrance. Now, I don't know how this is going to look. It might look really wonky. It might look really cool. But we'll see. So we already know the hangar entrance can fit a big red. So that's definitely good for to ease our worrying. Oh man, it's so much bigger than it looks in there. Okay, so we're gonna do. We want to line it up with that. So let's turn this a little bit until it's lined up with that. And it won't matter really much if we mess up that much, because we can always mine a little bit just to make sure it's okay. So if I do it like that, that should be fine. Let's check the other side to see if it's also good with this side. No, it's not really good with this side, is it? Unless I start this over here, and then I could start it over here and then mine some over there. Okay, yeah, it'll be fine. That'll be okay. All right, so we're going to start this right here. Okay. Oops, we're using the wrong block even. Let's switch to this one. There we go. I don't want to use the heavy ones. I could, and the reason I would use heavy ones would be because we don't want the thing to bump into anything else. And in fact, let's move it over a little bit. Start it right there instead. So like if Big Red bumped into heavy ones, it probably wouldn't destroy them, but if Big Red bumps into these, it might make a hole in them. But I think that's going to be fine. I don't think we have to worry about that too much. So we're just going to kind of follow this. And again, we're going to mine out anything that's on the inside of this, so it's no big deal if you're wondering about that. And hopefully this will look good later. For now, it's going to look really weird, but hopefully by the end, it's going to look pretty good. Just following. I'm just going to make like a basic outline, and then I'll go in and fill in everything to make it look a little nicer. Are we almost at the top? Yeah, we are. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to make it square for now. So it's going to be like perfectly straight here, then perfectly straight there, then perfectly straight down there. And we might eventually add in some sort of like some blocks in here to make it not as blocky. So I think we're almost at the height that we're okay with here. So let's cut across right here. And if this doesn't work, we can go up a little bit more. Oh, this is going to look weird. I could fall into a hole. I'm not looking behind me. I could... Okay, no, we calculated right. I could have fallen into there if I wasn't careful. I have to go up a little bit. You can go up a little bit here. And then we got to find where this will work right here. Probably work right there. So we have to keep going. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of mining ahead of us here to try and get this thing fitting. Okay, is that good? That might be good. It's going that way. Yeah, in fact, we can do even a few less. Let's try right here. Oh, this is gonna be the harder one, isn't it? Because we're gonna have to go down. I'm calling it right now. We're gonna fall into the pit since I'm not looking behind me. And we are going down, so I'm used to going down. So if I were to fall into the pit, I wouldn't. You know, it'd take me a second to realize I was even falling. Oh, this might be perfect. Oh, well, that's going that way. It might be perfect. We'll see. We might need to go like 2 more that way. Ah! Okay, how many do we need to go that way in order to... Here's what we'll do. We'll go all the way to the bottom with this. Well, we'll eventually grind all this down. It's fine. We're going to go where we need to go, and then we're going to grind down any blocks that are too far in. And that'll be... Since it's easier to work up like we did there than it is to work down like we are right now, I think that'll be fine. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, so that is our hangar thing. It's going to look a lot better. Currently, it looks really weird. We might even extend that in over there so it looks flush. But let's do some design things. So design-wise... I think, you know, I kind of wonder if I want to make a line over there and then make it even. I might do that. That might actually work out in my favor. So let's then, if we want to do that, let's go down a couple more here. Yeah, we're gonna even this up. It's gonna look a lot better than it does. Currently, it looks weird because those aren't flush with this, but we're gonna make it look a lot better. Okay, so we're gonna run a line over here. In fact, we can hardly even run a line, but we'll do something like this. right, here's the plan. We're going to do this side. We're going to make this side perfect, and then we're going to carve out that side going up at the same rate that this goes up. And it might be a horrible idea, or it might be a great idea. But here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do that, and it's going to continue all the way up there, unless that might be too high. Well, if it's too high, it'll go straight into the mountain. It'll be fine. So we're just going to do this all the way up, and then we're going to carve that into the mountain. So let's do this part. Time lapse. You know what? It might be better. What if we go... that looks fine. What if we go up, then over, then up, then... Yeah, that might work better. So up like that. Over one. Yeah, okay. All right, take a look at that. So it looks pretty good. It goes down smoothly, and then it kind of evens out a little bit like that. And that's exactly kind of what we wanted. Although, I could make it go down a little steeper, maybe. I don't know, it looks really good right here. I don't know how I like that little design down there. And I kind of want it to continue down at this pace. But it doesn't mean we're gonna have to dig a little bit more right here, but I think that's gonna be fine. Yeah, let's get rid of this. All right, there we go. A flush thing going down this way. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing on that side right there, although it's going to require a lot of digging, so stand by. This will be interesting. Actually, is that still working? I guess that is still working. Well, it seems to have stopped, so I wonder if it's out of range at this point. We can go and check. Well, let's get ourselves some hydrogen real quick. But we can go and check to see if that's out of range or something. Maybe it's out of materials. Let's see the area. Alright, yeah, it is out of range. But what I could do is I could be sneaky and I could offset it that way. So let me make sure I can see it. Here we go. And then let's offset the BoBs. BoBs. That's not what we want. There we go. Alright. I wonder if that's cheating. It feels like cheating. But you know what? It's working, so it's fine. So now it'll do that stuff. In fact, I also want to offset it to the side a little bit so it gets more of that. BoBs. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Let me turn them off, actually. Because they're going to start welding when I don't want them to weld. BoBs. Off. Thank you. Turn off show area, please. There we go. I don't want them to weld what's up there, because we're still working on the design up here. Okay, so this... The heck? Oh, this is... We have a random hole going into the thing. And if you're wondering why, this used to be... Remember, we used to have a path leading to this area that was not as flushed out as is right now. This was H. I don't know if we still have H on our GPS. Yeah, we still have H on our GPS. I can show H. From the beginning of the season, this was H. And I don't know why I called it H. I think I was just lazy and pressed the first button that I could click to mark it. But yeah, H. It used to be a big tunnel going all the way to the base is what that is. And in fact, if we go down, you can see it somewhere. Actually, don't know where it is. Where's the tunnel? It's up there? We definitely didn't fill it in, so I don't know where it's gone off to. Oh, here it is. It's up there. So yeah, that would go over this way, and that would meet up with H up there, wherever it is.
Fuel low.
But we have fuel low, so let me go in real quick, grab some more.
Fuel critical.
All right, now let's finish this thing up. So again, this is going to take a lot of digging. So again, I'll cut back to when it's done, because it might take me like 30 minutes to do this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. If I don't fall into the random hole. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. That's actually not that bad. I don't quite know what we're going to do about this little section, because at some point it goes over the hangar, and it looks kind of weird. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, except maybe just we might have something there or something. I don't know. But it's not that bad. So you'd have to come in from this angle, which is already pretty much how you'd have to do it. It's already kind of designed that way if we look. Yeah. That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I can work with this. All right. So now what we're going to do is, since we have that, I'm going to remove all the blocks that we don't need. And then we're going to dig out a little bit more to make it kind of flush with that. So yeah. First part of that is going to be grinding all the blocks we do not need, which are going to be basically all these blocks over here. Do any of you guys ever build grinding ships? I've never actually built one, because I haven't ever felt that I've needed one. Unless I was like, I don't know, I used to cheat with Space Engineers where I would land like a bunch of the starting ships and I would like just take all the materials and grind them all down. So in that instance, a grinding ship would probably be really good. Sometimes we'd do like grinding pits and stuff for that. But other than that, like with the new Space Engineers start where there's no cheating, you can't like steal a ship and then just keep farming materials. With that, is there any way, like, is there any reason you would ever need a grinding ship? Unless you just really don't like your ideas and change your mind all the time. You just have to grind everything down. But for now, like, see, I'm grinding this faster than a grinding ship would be able to do. Because you have to fly it and such. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to mine all this stuff over here. And I don't know how much of the roof we're going to mine up here. We might mine some of it. Make a straight down thing. I don't know. But yeah, let's do that. We'll mine that for sure. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I need to remove some of this. It's looking good at least. That right there, I'm pretty sure is a non-existent. Yeah, that's a non-existent piece of stuff. Okay, that should be everything. So what I've done with the Lobazinator over there is I have made the walls kind of more flush with this this thing going up, so more correctly angled, I guess. I kind of did a little bit away with the corner over there, and then I made this wall flush as well with the angle. It looks a little bit weird, but I think it looks better matching this side than it would trying to match that slope right there, because then they would be opposite things. Okay, so I think we're ready to turn on the nanobot things again. Let's go find our BoBs, and turn them on. All right, get ready for loud noises. There it is. Okay, so they should start going with that stuff and then going with this. Actually, that's not on the same grid, so I might have to do all that manually. Luckily, it's not actually that much stuff. Okay, so we're going to have to do something about this as well. I think we might curve it into the wall or something. And then, of course, this looks a little bit weird. But, I mean, what else could we do? I think it looks the best that we could have done given what we have. All right, nice. It's painting this, or it's welding this stuff. All right, let's paint this. I'm not quite sure what I want to paint it as, but I think I want to use the battered armor maybe. Let's actually see what that looks like on here. Let's do an area of battered armor. That doesn't look that bad. What else do we have? We could, of course, give it all glamour. Does white glamour do anything? Oh, wow. I guess it does. No, we don't want to give it glamour. Carbon fiber, maybe? Would that be like a nice floor? That doesn't look that bad. The carbon fiber one. Or clean would be the other option. Clean doesn't look bad. Rusty. I don't know. We could use rusty. The only problem with rusty is that it doesn't really make much sense in a hangar, because it would usually be well maintained and it's pretty new. What I would rather have is one that has like oil stains or something, like a, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go with the normal. Oh, what does silver look like actually? Silver would look pretty good. Oh no, that's way too glamorous. Oh man. We're just gonna go with clean armor. How about that? And then we'll have where Big Red touches down, we'll do a little bit of dirty armor, I guess. So let's go. Well, we're just gonna run around with shift down, try and get all this painted. This will be very fun. It's on the same grid as everything else, so I can't control shift paint to get everything. So that's unfortunate, but whatever. It is what it is. Oop, go down that one. We'll just do, I guess we'll just do circles. Alright, so what we're going to do here then is we're going to make this, I think, red. So we have a nice big red zone. So these are actually the heavy armor blocks. They're the landing pad. Or maybe orange. Orange might look better. Yeah, orange doesn't look that bad. So there, this is where Big Red's feet, I guess, the landing gears are going to go. Alright, one right there, and then one right here. And I actually did measure this. Even though it kind of looks really close, actually. I don't know. I guess Big Red's not actually that big compared to the size of our hangar. And these ones aren't built yet, but I can still paint them, so that's, yeah. What is this? What's that? Is that because of that block right there? Yeah, that is. Look at that. Oh man, there's like an eclipse going on. What planet is that Earth? That might be Earth. Yeah, that's definitely Earth. I was just thinking of what way we're facing. That would be Earth, almost eclipsing Mars. Dang, that's cool. That's actually really awesome. I wonder if that happens ever in real life, if a planet eclipses another planet. Obviously, the planets are super far away, so it wouldn't eclipse that much. But like if Jupiter, for instance, got between Earth and... I guess that couldn't happen. If Venus got between Earth and the Sun, would there be like a little Venus shadow? Or would it be just too small to register? It'd be so cool if there was like a little Venus shadow that flew across Earth. Or a Mercury shadow. I know there are pictures taken where you can see like Venus and Mercury against the sun, and it looks really cool because they're like dark spots. So I guess that's kind of what that is. What's it called? A Mercury transit or something like that? There's a word for it. It escapes me currently. Okay, let's go and figure out why our things stopped, because that is our current problem. Hey guys, you probably stopped because we're out of stuff. Let's check. We are indeed out of stuff. Okay, are we out of iron actually? Let's check that. Iron. We are not out of iron. We're not even close to being out of iron. So let's go to production and let's give us some steel plates to finish up the welding on this. And there they go. Immediately they begin again. You gotta admire that work ethic over there. All right, let's shift to that. All right, this looks pretty good. I guess we'll keep this roof here. I was considering, I was toying with the idea of taking away that roof and making it all blocks, but I think I like the cave style. And honestly, I think I opened this up too much. I probably should have kept it a little bit more closed, but it's probably fine. I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. It looks a little weird. It looks like little escalators going up on the sides. But yeah, if I had seen this first, I probably wouldn't have opened up this side nearly as much, allowing as much light in. But it looks cool. It looks pretty awesome. Beep. No, okay. What I want to do is I want to reverse this guy, and then bump you down more, because we're about to land Big Red. Once they finish this stuff up, we'll land Big Red in here and see if it works properly. And in fact, it should, because I think with the floor in here, did we expand this any? I guess we did expand it a little bit. We expanded on this side and expand on that side quite a bit. So Big Red shouldn't have as much of a hard time getting in here. Plus, we can now attach lights down there, giving us some better light. So what we're probably going to do because there's not very many episodes left probably of this season. I'm kind of running out of ideas with all the things that we've done. Probably what we're going to do with the remaining episodes is we're probably going to fly to Hoth over there, collect a bunch of ice, and do some cool thing that I have in mind. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. It's a surprise. But we're going to do that, and then we're going to try to also do some repairs on Big Red. Not repairs, but modifications. So I'd like to make Big Red a little bit better. And I did show off Big Red 2.0, which someone made on the mod shop. I did show that off in a video a couple months ago. Now we're not going to use that exact thing, but I might take some ideas from it since it was a pretty good ship. Definitely better mobility. But let's wait for this to be done. I'm actually going to fill in some of these as well. I really want it to come out to about there. Meet up with that. I'm not going to go meet up all the way with that stuff over there. but I'd at least like it to come out at least this far. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty, they're doing their work. While they're doing that, let's get our ships back to their huts. Actually, I don't think we have a hut for the... which one is that? I forget the name of the welding ship we're using. But we definitely do have a hut for the lava zonator, which we'll put it in so it recharges and such. If I can go backwards. I'll talk about this again. I always talk about this in like every episode. But backup cameras are the one thing that I want. Not backup cameras like you guys are thinking, like they already have in the game. I'm talking about ones that you can go in first person and you can see on the thing. You can see the camera on the screen. That's my biggest feature that I would want in Space Engineers. Aside from like being able to do a multiplayer battle without lag and such, but. Alright, and I think we're ready to move Big Red back in. There's some area that's not yet done over there, but Big Red only lands on these 4 pads, so I think we'll be fine. Alright. As with every flight of Big Red, it's very scary, because you never know what's going to happen. Apparently I kept these doors open, which was dumb of me. Granted, we don't actually have oxygen out here currently, so it's probably not that bad. But I should make it a habit to keep those things closed. Alright, so we're currently below the horizon line, which means as soon as we take off, Big Red's going to kind of try and lurch forward, which we don't want. So we're going to have to steer it up. Alright, unlock, up, and there we go. Alright, we are up. Now, Big Red is a pretty hefty beast, but for as hefty as she is, she can at least get to space. So it's pretty good. Alright, let's go backwards. That's one of the things we need to work on, is getting more thrusters facing forward. Let's actually align Big Red with this, because I want to make sure we have that alignment good. Having a lot of trouble steering that way. Again, things we have to work on. Look at this. I guess we could turn on these if we wanted to try and use them. I don't know that they would actually help that much though, but I guess they help a little bit. That's one thing I've been meaning to try out in Space Busters. Trying to see if the ion thrust, like if you can make a ship out of ion thrusters on like an atmospheric planet like Mars or Earth. Are we leaning? Yeah, we're leaning. I don't really know why it does that. I think that might be partially Clang or something. Why Big Red like randomly leans sometimes? I don't know. Is it gonna be able to? It should be able to fit in there. I mean, the opening was smaller before, wasn't it? All right, let's check out this. Make sure we're still not leaning the wrong way. It's got to be able to fit. It's really tight trying to get into this thing. Some of you guys, by the way, were saying that I should turn off block damage. I feel like that's cheating. That's like slightly creative mode. Turning off block damage. I do that for some Space Busters episodes, but I feel like doing it in a survival playthrough would just that's part of the challenge, is trying to deal with block damage when you're landing your ships. It's like backing up a truck, jeez. Are we gonna scrape the top? We might. Let's go down a little bit. Look, it's leaning like crazy. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because of those things in there, the ships that we have inside the cargo. Alright, we're aligned properly. We just need to go down a little bit and make sure we have our landing gears properly aligned. We're almost there. What are we banging up against? We're hitting something. What are we hitting? Alright, this is probably pretty dangerous, getting out of Big Red while she's still in the air, but I think we'll be fine. What are we hitting? How are we hitting that? Did I not account for this? I must not have accounted. Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, that was smart. I made these things right here. I thought I made them where the landing gears were, but I actually made them where this was. The thrusters, which makes more sense now that I think about it. I was like, why are we hitting something? What are we rubbing up against? Yeah, it's the base. In fact, we're probably shredding the base right now with those hydrogen thrusters. Whoa, whoa! Big Red, what are you doing? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna land it forward a little bit. I'm gonna land it right there. The reason I'm landing it a little bit forward, and this is probably forward of where the hydrogen thrusters are supposed to go. Oh shoot, we're almost out of hydrogen, speaking of. I'll show you in a second. Hang on. I need to go grab some hydrogen! So I was going to run out. Yeah, so we actually did damage Big Red a little bit because I was not paying attention to that. But the reason I am landing a little bit forward is because I still haven't completed the ground over here. So by landing, or backwards, not forward. By landing a little bit backward, I can land on this thing, so I'm still able to dig out this area and build it forward a little bit more. So really, Big Red should be a little bit farther up. Well, actually, yeah, a tiny bit farther up, and to the right. Let's see if this thing still works. I'm actually curious. This is something I didn't account for, and I hope this doesn't completely ruin it. Something I didn't account for is that Big Red's a little bit lower now, because we put the ground in. So let's try it. What I might have to do is give Big Red stilts. Yeah, that looks like that's what I'm going to have to do. About 1 block's worth of stilts where the landing gears are supposed to go. Alright, yeah. I guess we still have that to do. What is that? Why is there an unknown signal going up? Unless it went through the earth and went all the way down and then came all the way back up. That's weird. Hey, this isn't actually that bad though, because it does serve as a way to get on top of Big Red if we want to go to the hangar or something over here. Well, or if we want to fall down. Alright, what does the hangar look like? Oh, it looks so weird. It looks so weird. Honestly, it might have looked better before I actually did this, but you know, we try things, we experiment with things to try and make it look better. So that's what the whole goal was, and it might even look a little bit better once we actually fill it in and stuff. But there we go. That is that. So we've done this. Let me know what you guys, because you guys are a lot better at design than I am usually. Let me know what we could do to make this look a little bit better, because currently it looks a little bit wonky. I guess one of the things we could do, I don't really want to keep working on the hangar though the rest of like for 50 more episodes, but we could like dig down and make the make Big Red a little bit lower, or we could rework this whole thing and make it a little bit higher like that. That might actually look better now that I see it.
Low.
Boop. You know what? We're going into spectator cam to fly out here indefinitely, so I can look at this. So yeah, what do you guys think it would look better if I like built it up here and it went down like that, and then this side right here also followed that? Or like, what do you guys think would look better right here for this hangar? Or maybe I could do something like this where I go out like this and then boop, come straight down like that. That might look better. It would certainly give us the ability to have like a roof over Big Red's head, which I think is what makes this look so weird, is that Big Red is unroofed. It also looks a little bit weird that it's slanted, but I don't know. That's just kind of how the hangar goes anyway, so there's not much we could do about that one. But anyways, I guess that's where we're going to end it. If you guys like the episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers.